Hi, Jess.
Hello! Hi guys, watching at home.
I was doing BLT.
Yeah.
Yes, which is bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Well, I wondered if it really was.
That's what it is. And it
Aussie
was
style.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a set. It was like a soul transmission.
If I say it's a meditation session, it will be very strange because people are stomping and having a lot of fun on the dance floor. But it is. It's an active meditation.
Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Life of a Sacred Raver, a podcast for electronic music lovers who crave a little more soul and a little less sesh. I'm Jess. I'm your host. I'm also a DJ and a soul coach, and I would love you to come with me on a journey to harness the transformative power of music and dance to heal and awaken your most badass, empowered, and confident self. You never know when someone's story will change your life, and today we are hearing the story behind Perfect Stranger, aka Yuli Fershtat. It is an absolute honor to have this legend in our scene join the podcast. Yuli has been producing music since like 1997. He launched his Perfect Stranger alias in 2005, and within 2 years he pretty much blew up around the globe. He was known for really creating his own subgenre within the electronic music culture, one that's like playful, groovy, progressive, that bridges the world of techno and trance and has these tribal psychedelic elements that us sacred ravers love. And what is so special about this episode is we actually learn about the human behind Perfect Stranger. This episode was recorded at a bush stuff called Interstellar Groove in Victoria in Australia, where Yuli played both his aliases over the weekend. And we get to catch up and talk about how what we were doing out there is healing. We get to learn a little bit about the intention behind his tracks, but also how he got into music and what he was doing and studying before he became a producer in his studio. I really hope you enjoy this episode today. It's full of so much wisdom from Yuli on how he's become such an incredible, talented artist and influential person in our scene today, and also just a happy, grateful being. I hope you enjoy it. So this is the first Life of a Sacred Raver podcast episode that I've done in a little while. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus working on other things.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's really exciting to be, like you said, an honor. Like, this is such an honor for me to have you here sitting on the couch for the relaunch of the podcast.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
it's exciting. Triple exciting.
I mean, I had to relaunch it. I was like, this feels like it was meant to be at this time, and I've always wanted to talk to you more because I've just really felt your music on a soul level. And, you know, I just feel, even last night, it wasn't just a set, it was like a soul transmission. Like, I really feel your energy when you play. You've been playing for so many years. 1993, you said you got your first inspiration of the scene, of psychedelic trance and all of that. But I know you more in recent times, but as soon as I heard you play the very first time, I didn't even really know what was happening. Something connected to my soul. So this is a very big honor for me to be here with you today. So thank you for joining.
You're welcome. And for me, it's kind of the peak of the intention of making this music is to hear people say or feel actually what they feel with the music the way you said, because that's the intention.
Amazing, because I was going to ask that. What is your intention when you play music?
So, especially of late, I kind of redefined with the way I'm mixing and the way the sets are happening. It's like it doesn't. I mean, if I say it's a meditation session, it will be very strange because people are stomping and having a lot of fun on the dance floor. So it definitely doesn't answer to the crude explanation what meditation is, because you just sit and, you know. But it is. It's an active meditation, to me, of many beings together that they create the energy that the music basically guides, but the energy created by the people that participate.
Yeah.
It's an example of a person that actually, that my intention actually works.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
It's like this shared, like just the DJ or just the crowd, you know, it wouldn't be the same, but this like
it's
energy
something that
exchange.
we do together. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And honestly, like for those of you listening, we are currently at Interstellar Groove, and
Yes.
we are on day 4 of the festival. So it's quite funny. I've got very dusty shoes. It's been pouring with rain today, and we're currently in the clubhouse. We've got this lovely little setting here at the festival. And Yuli has played 2 sets, both your aliases. So you have Perfect Stranger and Yuli Fershtat.
Yes.
Am I saying the name right?
Yeah.
Fershtat.
Fershtat. Yeah, it's a bit.
I was adding a little R in there at one point, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know. I just was rolling an R that wasn't meant to be there.
I've heard it all. Like there are so many variations on that surname. You did well.
Thank you. And so you had both your aliases playing this weekend, and you know, for me, like I really felt your energy as soon as you came on, and both nights actually. As soon as I got down to the front and could see you DJing, I was at the back for a little bit, conserving my energy, waiting for the moment to, you know, expend all my energy, because I'm working at the festival as well. I had to be mindful of how much energy to give. As soon as I was in presence of you and could see you and your soul's transmission, like my energy shifted so much. Like I felt alive, awakened, so dropped in. Like we had a squad of just powerful women at the front, just unleashing, and it was just such a beautiful vibe. So yeah, it was awesome, and I just feel like you can really feel when there's like deeper intention behind the person DJing and behind the tracks that started in the studio, right? This intention must have started in the studio.
So yeah, but I don't really mean it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably it's natural. I'm just transmitting. I mean, all my most, let's say, famous or like most familiar songs, they're just, I see them as transmission.
Yes.
It has to be this way, you know, but I cannot explain why, and I did not concentrate on a meditative course of thinking or creating. It's just how it is, how it happens. But that's the general direction, and it's the mixing, it's the putting them together. And it took me some time because every DJ, I think, they develop their own technique in a sense of how to present their music or how to present the music they play, because I mean, I play mostly my stuff as Perfect Stranger, but DJing meaning playing anything. So I'm mostly doing a live act that consists of DJing.
Yes.
But I'm still learning how to present it the right way, and I think I'm getting better at it. And that's how it made to be this meditative session.
Yeah.
It's always been the sense of it, but it's just getting better, and it leads the listeners in a better way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can feel it as well. I can feel it, like the crowd is really actively listening, you know? You know, I can feel it, you know?
Full body listening.
It's not about the cheering, it's about like
their presence. You're like holding space for them through this meditation. And I really love that you said an active meditation, because, you know, sacred raving, this is the movement of sacred raving, that meditation doesn't have to just be sitting still and, you know, doing nothing. We're meditating out on the dance floor, right? We're movement meditating, and electronic music is such a great way to like hold space for the mental clutter so that we can just be present. And so, yeah, you're definitely sitting on the right couch, I feel. by saying active meditation, because that's what we're all about at Sacred Raving.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we not scientifically proven, but by doing that gymnastics over like hours, we as a collective, we create energy, and we release that energy, and for some it might be mumbo jumbo, but I actually believe it's bigger than what we think.
Yeah.
Or might be, and only for the might be, it's worth doing it again and again.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me more about what you think the potential of dancing in unity for a love of music is.
I mean, yeah, so we, first of all, in general, I think being in love or being in happiness or being in a tune with yourself, but then being in tune with another 1,000 people and in love with another 1,000 people and in happiness with another 1,000 people.
Yeah.
That's basically amplifies that. And energy moving, like we create our bodies, create energy, you know, you can feel ours, you know, and then when you're that many people, must do something.
Yeah.
Can't prove it, but I feel that it can be bad.
Yeah, it definitely brings in a lot of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you say that, it amplifies.
I mean, we're living in a chaotic universe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's individual level.
Yeah.
It helps our own journeys, like to find out like who we are and to feel love and like be like, okay, I can feel this. Okay, maybe I can feel this more. But then on a collective energy as well.
I think, yeah, so for me, I like to see the personal benefits of that, but I also love to see the, like, or at least to imagine the collective benefits of this. It's kind of working. Like it's not really working, but it's working. It's I don't meditate at home. I do it when I perform, in a sense, and people do that with me. Even that we don't announce that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't put a sign saying, oh, now we're meditating, right?
Meditation starts now.
Yeah. So there are no bells and no like,
Yeah.
But that's my way of meditating, and then I do feel that it contributes personally and globally, because it's a teamwork and it's real work, and during that meditation people might encounter their demons, and they might encounter other things, positive or negative, and they need to deal with them as well, you know. And the eventual output of it is unified, something that I think is beneficial.
Yeah, it's like brought up, even the hard parts, because the reality is what we do out there, our demons do sometimes come up. It's not always joy, joy, joy.
Oh, of course.
You know, and like we have to
Of
like
course.
be with that.
Oh yeah.
But then often we can actually clear
Stuff
it.
not always working out. Not always working out.
Had to like work through some demons on a dance floor?
From the dance floor side, or
Yeah.
from the
Well,
DJ side?
how would you like to
Always, yeah. So like many times, of course.
answer? Yeah.
Sometimes you feel disconnected from the music. Sometimes like you see that a lot of people around you, they're like so into it and you're like so out of it. It makes you think, right? Sometimes as a DJ, you snap out of it. You're not in your moment.
Yeah.
And then you need to focus. And I mean, like, think positive and, you know.
Yeah. So you are able to, like, changing your thoughts can help you work through the challenges that come up?
I mean, it's very, I think it's very different, to me at least, the experiences on the dance floor that I had maybe, I don't know, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
To 30 years ago, to hardships that like an artist has during certain gigs. I think it's different because as a punter, we just came to have fun, and just sometimes you disconnected from this fun, and it's something that you need to deal with, right?
Yeah.
And DJ is more, you're professional, you came to work, you're doing your job, and then you must perform, like you paid for this. As a punter, you don't really look for ways to deal with it, because it's not the first thing on your mind, and like you're mostly having fun anyway. But as a DJ, as a professional DJ that needs to struggle with jet lags or situations or uncomfortable this or that or something that bugs you, then you actually need to learn how to find your way through it and keep it cool and do your thing still professionally and well, you know? So it's totally different things.
I can totally hear that.
Yeah.
You have such like ease when you're up there doing your thing. You know, you just were like radiating, and I was so curious about what's going on inside. What are you feeling?
So this specific doof is really rammed with people that they're sharing their emotions in a very like you cannot not unfeel it, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot about the crowd that sets the tone to how high the energy and the energy levels and like, you know, like the orchestrating levels of my performances go, you know?
Yeah, because that exchange that we're talking about, like, have you always been into music?
So, in general, I was born into a family of, my mom was a pianist, classical and jazz, and my granny was a pianist. She didn't actually do it most of her life, but she was a classical pianist too, and I'm Russian born, so they just made me play the piano. That's normal. I mean, like, you don't have a possibility to choose, at least, especially at that time. So I was grown into classical with a bit of jazz and a bit of Beatles and a tiny bit of Jean-Michel Jarre.
Okay.
And so music was kind of around all the time. My mom was working. She was, I wouldn't say Broadway shows, but it's like it's a Russian theater shows, and they would do it with a piano in the back. And later, when we moved to Israel, she would do ballet classes, for big groups. You know, she would play the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And so it was always, she was practicing, or, you know, it was always there, you know, something was playing. And then in my teens, I was listening to stuff. She would say it's not really music, but for me it was, obviously. It was like progressive rock of the 70s, 60s, 70s.
Cool.
Psychedelic rock. I still love it a lot. I never really moved away from that. And a lot of my influences as a music producer are actually from that genre of music, as much as it's very, very different from what I'm making. But I find the moments where I borrow my ideas from that completely different genre, right? But the way I started making music was completely random.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I had a 27th birthday back in Israel at my home. A bunch of friends came in. I was already probably like 4 years into doofing, into raving, into going to psytrance parties, right?
Yeah.
All around the globe, by the way, including Australia.
Okay.
Started in India, went Japan, Australia, two times, India again.
Following the psychedelic culture?
Yeah. And so I had a birthday, and it also happened after I lost my mom to cancer, like about half a year after she was gone. And they came up with a check, which was like, I was like, what are you doing, you know? And they said, oh, well, we all decided that you should make Goa trance music. And in order to help you to make the decision, we giving you this check so you can buy your first synthesizer.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. Never been spoken before.
Never.
I played guitar, you know, singing some Bob Dylan songs, you know. You know, my best achievement probably was the Rain song by Led Zeppelin, to play it, you know, because like
Cool.
a special tuning and whatever.
Yeah.
And they decided that that's what I should do, you know, and so it happened in a very Forrest Gumpy way, because I had the house and like my mom left me some stuff, you know. I just got the whole studio, sitting there for a year, making music, and I kind of saw how. So it happened. So I was living in the south city of Beersheba, which is like in the south. It's like kind of, we would call it the Israeli Liverpool.
Okay.
Like you have nothing to do there. You know?
Okay.
You have just one club, not too much fun,
Yeah.
and that enables you to be creative back in your personal spaces, right? So I was doing that, and I met some really interesting individuals that were also doing music. So, and one of them happened to be pretty good with mixing, and has already quite a lot of skills in doing stuff. And but he didn't have a studio, so I told him, "Listen, I have a barter for you." I said, "What if I would finish a track, and then you could just mix it for me on my console, and I promise I wouldn't bug you. I would just look at what you're doing, and I would. This way, I would understand where you place all that stuff, like how you use the effects, what's a snare drum and stuff."
Yeah.
I had no idea about anything, seriously. Like
Wow.
I had no idea. Like I did. There are a lot of elements in electronic music. It's like if the rock and roll is 4 people, then electronic music is like 30, 50, 100 stems, you know.
Like layers in the track.
And everything does, like every little channel does different things, and like you need to understand all that stuff. And I had no idea about anything at all. And he would come and do his thing, and I was looking, and that way I learned slowly, and yeah, that's how I started making music. And I didn't want to perform too.
Okay.
Because for me, it was like, I just grabbed it because they told me. And then I figured that it was doing really good to me, because I had a lot of things to, you know, to lose.
Yeah.
And, but I really enjoyed going to parties, but I didn't want to perform. I was like, I'm a shy person. I'm not really like, hey, what do you want, you know? So then, like, there was word that I'm making music and that it's actually nice, and so people want me to come and perform in this club, and I said no, I'm not interested. And after half a year or so, then I understood that I actually have a certain knack to my music to being played in front of other people.
Yeah.
But because it's so different, then because it was really different, I didn't put templates of how I wanted to sound.
Okay.
Because I wasn't even familiar with the option.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it, seriously. And Ziv, that the guy was mixing, he was mixing, and I was looking. And then I was mixing, and then like I found my ways to do it. And because it was so different, I understood that nobody would play it, because it's hard to fit it, and it's so different. And I understood that only I can play it, and if I want other people to hear it, I'll have to make. At that time, they wanted me so badly, they offered paying me pretty nice to do it. So I actually, by not understanding in a business format, I did a really good thing to myself, because I just didn't accept gigs. And then when people really wanted me to perform, I just got paid. So I didn't have to come and play for now. Can you please?
No hustling.
Like you know, just take me for a gig. And so I got paid from the first moment, and it was really like, it was a smooth transition into the performing world, where kind of I got my name in the underground, and all of a sudden I was playing everywhere. And that's my story, but it's really happened out of nowhere, more or less.
Well, you said the word random earlier, and I'm like,
It was as random as it's
well, as random as the universal chaos that we have, because
yeah.
It feels like your friends and your community just knew that you were meant to be here for this before you even realized.
The funny part, the only person that didn't know it was me, you know, and they definitely were in tune.
Yeah, that's really beautiful, because like, you know, there's such medicine to your music. And then, like, so how long have you been DJing for and producing for? How many years in total?
So my 27th birthday was on February 5th, 1997. And so that's when I started, like probably the next week, that's when I started to figure out how to make music. And I started gigging probably at the end of 97, something like that, maybe. Yeah, maybe like that. But I think by mid-98, I was already, mid-98, beginning of 99, I was playing the underground gigs in Israel, like quite a lot.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. So if you were to say to someone who was like maybe just starting out on their creative journey, or like had like a bit of a dream or an idea that they would like to produce or go on any creative journey, what would you say to like maybe someone that's wanting to go down a creative path?
I would say that it's a very different time now.
Yes.
It's I mean, in 97 we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have any of those things, right? So it was way easier for a starting musician to showcase what he's got, you know? I don't know if I would be doing this or getting where I am now if I would starting now with that setup I had and that wavelength that I had. Probably not.
Yeah, well,
I think not, because today there's a lot of more things that you need to be able to do in order to promote yourself, and there's way more competition. And also in 97, in order to have a studio and make music, you should have enough funds to enable yourself, either not to work and just do that, which I was able to, and also to just get all the equipment was very expensive at the time. So I really benefited of the fact that not many people were doing this, and so there's one thing in common though that can help even today, and that is common to today and those times. What I was doing was mine.
yeah,
It was me. Okay, I was not following patterns of others. I was doing my own thing. And a very early, way before Perfect Stranger was made, I was doing BLT.
yeah.
Yes, which is bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Well, I wondered if it really was.
That's what it is. And it
Aussie
was
style.
Mayo.
Yeah. Have you heard of a blat? A B-L-A-T? We add some avocado in there.
Yeah,
I know.
course,
Yeah, of course.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I managed, again, completely randomly. But it's fantastic that it's always random, because nobody told me, well, listen, you need to be special.
Yeah.
You know, nobody told me that. You know, like, it's not you need to be, but it really helps that your sound is very specific and nobody else makes similar. Then you have your own thing going, right? But it just happened, and it happened because I wasn't open to the idea that I can put a track in my DAW and just try to copy it and learn.
Yeah.
I was just recalling music. I mean, I listened to trance all day, but there's a difference between listening to it all day and actually putting it in your DAW and copying.
Yeah.
Because when you're listening to it all day, what you do is your brain recalls the moments that you love, and you try to recreate it, but you will recreate it in your own way, most likely.
Yeah.
As when you put it in your DAW, you will just copy it, which is a completely different thing. It might be very well produced, but it will sound like someone else.
Okay, what do you mean by in your door? Like,
because one of the ways to master production is to take a track that you really like and like there's a consensus about it that it sounds really good, and to learn how to make the same. But when you're learning how to make the same, it will sound eventually or essentially like your idol track or producer. But then you kind of not giving yourself a space in which you can be that man or be that creator, right? Or be that producer. And without knowing it, understanding it, I was just writing music, of course, getting my inspiration from this and that, and you know, but not having it versus my eyes or ears in the studio, and just drawing the general inspiration, my memories, my cell memories, you know, brain cell memories of that. So that actually made me to produce something that is very authentic, my own, and then people could really connect to me through that. So that's the thing that is connects between 97 and 2025, because even though today much more artists, much more competition, it's much more affordable, and virtually anyone can make music. The one thing that really helps, in my opinion, to stand out or really make your entry into the scene is being special, being your own. Like everybody's special, of course, but having your distinctive sounding or distinctive making of atmosphere within the track. That's everything, because then people can connect to it and say, oh, that's this guy, without even knowing that this guy's music is like, you don't see what's the name of the track, but say, well, I think that's this guy.
There's a feeling to it that the tracks give, even though they're even different tracks, there's like a feeling about it. I think authenticity is really... It's everything,
but in everything. It's everything in everything.
Yes.
But especially in creation.
Yeah. And it's quite a vulnerable thing, because I really feel like the purpose of life is to just be our authentic selves, and that's our purpose, a big purpose of life for me.
Actually, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it can be vulnerable to be our authentic selves, and with art as well, when we really create from the soul, that really means something to us. Sometimes that can be like even more vulnerable to put out there, because we've created something that means something so much to us, so it's easier to just stay like, oh, I'm not going to share that with the world. But then that's really when the transmissions come, when you create from the soul, because it's felt on a soul level as well.
I mean, look, I can give an example of, for instance, so there is like, many people know this song, it's like 6 Feet Under, that Captain Hook remix, it's like, I really like it. And there is a sample there from a movie that's called Jacob's Ladder.
Okay.
And it's a person that treats a traumatic soldier from Vietnam that has terrible outcome from being a soldier, and he's talking about the demons that he cannot deal with them, and then he explains to him that if you change the way you think and see those demons, angels that freeing you from the earth, and they said to him, so don't worry, okay? So that's the sample in the song, okay? And before he says that, it's terrible that these demons trying to take your soul away, but then he says, but if you just look at these demons as they're angels that freeing you.
Angels freeing you, beautiful.
Yeah, that they're freeing. And okay, so this sample, it's not really Goa trance. Yeah, I mean, it's morbidic.
Yeah.
It's morbid.
Yeah.
It's morbid, and it's kind of tense.
Yeah.
It's like talking about dying and demons. And you know what I mean? So the story behind this track is that I wrote it in 1998, and it was never released because the label I sold it to was busted.
Okay.
In the process, and they never released the music, and then it took some time and it became too old. And then I do it a lot with my music because I find that it was like transmission that I want to perfect. I made a version of Perfect Stranger to this song.
Okay.
It was BLT song, and then I made a version as Perfect Stranger. And so it was 126 BPM track.
Yeah.
And I was playing it in my sets. I was always playing a bit slower than everyone. So I was at that time, I was playing about 130, 132. But my friend Captain Hook, we just took this track and played 140, which is a brave thing to do, but if you're a good DJ, you know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it actually worked really well. And then it just came to that it was obvious that since he really wants it that fast, and she should just remix it and and just play it and then he made this marvelous remix which became that famous. But the bottom line is that I was making that track in the beginning using that sample that is definitely not really happy hippie trance anything connected, and it came from my personal thing with my mom's death, and because I never thought about it, but I connected to all these spiritual things for a reason that I now think that it has to do with my personal healing, whatever, you know, journey situation in which I was. And the choice was I never thought about it, but it was intentional, obviously. And today that I know that it's intentional and that I can see that it's doing those, whatever it's actually been intended without intending it, it is essential me that was, you know, that it's not likely to be a trance song, but it is, you know, that people recognize, you know?
Yeah.
And so there is no actually textbook to how to do it, but that's just example to how I created something that was very authentically mine, my vision of something, even without planning it in a sense, because it just was something that came out, right?
Yeah.
And it's, again, sometimes it's not likely to be, like it's not belonging or different.
Yeah.
But to those that consider that as an issue, it's actually can be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, because not necessarily something that is very different is, it won't be accepted as something special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's just like, meh, it's not going to be powerful, it won't resonate. Yeah. So that year in the studio, by the way, would you like a glass of water or anything like that?
No, I'm good with this cocoa.
Okay. Yeah, I made Yuli a mocha, cocoa coffee before. Yeah.
It's really good still.
It's still good? Yummy.
Yes,
not too bitter?
No, it's great actually. It's super.
Love it. Those friends that gave you this check, you know.
So I'm in touch with them.
Yeah.
Like we're friends for many years. Of course, we have each one of us is different, whatever we do, you know. We live in different places, you know. But it was really interesting that I did a podcast in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
In which I think there was this question about how I started.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends said, "Hey, yeah, that was us."
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
he responded there. You say, and it was them. Yeah.
Oh well, grateful to your friends for
oh yeah,
that check.
they had the inside. They had the inside. I haven't. Thank you guys. Like really, I never said that. Right? Never said that. Thank you. You know who you are, obviously. But,
oh, that's lovely, yeah. And it's such a time when, you know, really challenging time in your life, and like going into the studio. Was the music for you and the studio a space of healing?
But the thing is that it's exactly what I'm trying to
without
to say here is that I'm a extremely random person. I mean, I would love it to be less chaotic in a sense, but really life happens, you know, and I have a certain issue with planning, like really.
Yeah.
It's
What does it bring up in you? Why don't?
No.
No, we don't.
I just can't. No, but I also can't for a reason.
Yeah.
Because for a very long time during my life, it just really worked well without planning. I mean, seriously. Okay, eventually, I cannot prove that it's working, but in the test of time, if you take last 30 years or even more, it was working perfectly fine without planning.
Yeah.
So I ditched it, basically, okay? And also, like, let's put it out there, time is a human invention. It's nice, it helps us to go to work, but it's not necessary to our, like, ourselves.
Yeah.
At least I think so, okay?
And our evolution, like time is just...
I mean, it's nice to know what hour it is.
Yeah, sometimes.
but amazing things happen with no reason.
Yeah.
Really, amazing things happen with no reason. And, but you need to accept, it's like going like, wow. Like, you need to accept that also shitty things happen with no reason.
Yeah.
But all those amazing and shitty things, if you learn how to accept, sorry, we came to mumbo jumbos.
No, it's...
but I'm speaking of my personal experience. So when you learn to embrace the worst random moments and the better random moments without contemplating too much, what does it mean? But just grasp it and be thankful. It's big words, I know, but it's my life experience.
Yeah.
That at least for my experience, it worked out pretty fine, you know? And to your question, I never thought that I didn't get a studio because I understood I need to heal myself.
No.
They just gave me a check and I all of a sudden got excited. And then I said, well, I allocate this amount to get myself a studio then, because I cannot do anything with a cent anyway, you know? And that's what I did. And then it was a lot of fun. And then I was just sitting in that room doing this fun, but never in all that time I thought that it's actually a healing process.
Yeah.
I just accepted that moment that I was doing this. And the great example for it is just what I was talking about, the 6 Feet Under. I mean, when I made this track, and I even called it 6 Feet Under, is a person in his grave or her grave. I never meant my mom.
Yeah.
I never meant, it just was natural that that's the name.
Yeah.
And the sample was natural to the track, and it just happened.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I accepted it as everything else, including my mother's decline into, like, we all go there. It's like one thing that we all gonna have in common.
Yeah.
And so as much as it's easy to talk about and it's may sound like has no basis in science or whatever, but to me, accepting what is and what happens and just embracing it out of just without planning, it had pretty much very interesting and profound results. I mean, in everything, not only in music.
Yeah, wow. Like, I mean, acceptance is a very powerful thing of when we can accept what's happened to us in our life, the good and the bad. So I think, you know, it's really actually great things that you're talking about, and the being thankful and grateful. And
to be honest, because I didn't completely do it out of the blue.
Yeah.
Because So in my travels, when I had a really long, especially long layover in Hong Kong, I decided I need to get a book all of a sudden. And then I went to a bookstore, and then I picked up, my eyes fell on top of the Tibetan book of Living in the Dead by Sogyal Rinpoche.
I know that one.
And it was, again, it was as random as, I didn't read about this book that it should be read or it's really interesting. I just thought that it's like, I need to kill 8 hours and I just, maybe a book.
Yeah.
It was 1995, I think, before my mom's death. I was on my way from Japan to Australia. And this book, as I was reading through it, I never finished it, by the way. I just read the amount I wanted to.
That you needed to take from it.
And this book, it was like God sent to me to as if the universe knew that I gonna have to deal with what came after, and it sent me this book so I could read, and then I could implement what I understood in the next 10 months when I was with my mom.
Yeah.
And then for a while I was giving it away as a present to people when they would come to the yearly sessions at the at the cemetery. And I mean, but this was really random. Nothing of this was planned.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't plan it.
Don't plan it, yeah. Just also like it's random, or like, because hippies like to say synchronistic or in alignment.
Well, it was super aligned.
Yeah.
But as we were driving in, everything under the sun is in tune.
Yeah.
I really believe in it, but I believe in it because I experienced it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it can be in tune and bad tune, but you need to accept that too.
Yeah, yeah. Which radio channel is our thoughts tuned into? Like, are we tuned in up really high on all the negative thoughts? Or can we tune up the positive ones and the gratitude ones? And
exactly.
what can I learn from it?
Whatever happens,
yeah.
Because our lives, we live really quite a span of lives, you know? A lot of things happen to us, good and bad. But I think it's like, I think it's the acceptance,
Yeah, beautiful. And like something I really feel from you is your passion, like for you to have been doing it for this many years, and you mentioned passion in the car and that you're heart-led, and you mentioned emotions, you're an emotional being, I guess.
All of us.
Yes, all of us are.
Beings.
Yes, we are all emotional beings, but you seem in tune with it as well.
I mean, it is what it is. You have to live with it.
Yeah,
you need to accept it, right?
You need to accept it. And it's that resistance, right? To be like, I have emotions.
But you know, you can't,
causes.
it's like all this life is like one big acid trip, right?
Yeah.
And you cannot resist. Like for people that like LSD,
you're out there, I know.
The right way to deal with it or enjoy it to the fullest is path of least resistance. It's just leading you, and resisting is futile, right? But life is the same. I mean, you just need to accept as much as sometimes it's not fun, or accept as much as it's super fun sometimes, you know? But, so yeah.
No.
I mean, just it saves energy.
It saves that energy,
I consider it as saving energy. Like eventually, as with the acid, you will have to submit. There's no other way. Otherwise, you're going to be like, you're going to be chopped for like 12 hours. You better submit and like go on with it rather than. And so with life is the same, because I mean, what do? You know, it is what it is. So you're submitting, and then you're making from lemon lemonade, if it's a lemon, and if it's other things, like whatever you make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever's authentic to your little soul. Yeah, no, thank you for like going in deeper with that, because I think it's really...
I don't know, maybe we went too deep, but it's good.
not for us. It's all good. Yeah, but I'm like, your passion, like you've been doing it for so many years, and Like, what keeps you loving it and keeping that passion there, and has it changed over the years?
Yeah, it did. I mean, I still love it a lot, but obviously, naturally, as everything that you do, also because life, again, it happens to you, you know. It's like I was alone in my studio. I had the obligation to no one in '97, and so I could just spend 5 days in a row sitting in the studio and going outside to a gas station, get a sandwich, and like this, you know.
Living the kind of...
Yeah, but I have a family, right?
Yeah.
So my wife would change the lock on the door and bye-bye, you know. Like, so you need to communicate with your existing situation, right? So everything, so obviously life taking much more of me, so I cannot commit to music and making music, but also naturally I do not have as much creativity as I had 30 years ago. It's also natural, you know. So, but there are other things that I'm doing much better than I used to. So I have much more experience.
And it's nice to get to know ourselves more and learn about ourselves more, and
it's fun.
It is fun.
It is fun.
Yeah. Like, who am I today now? Like.
But also you know what you are not very good at, and then you can say, oh. So because back in the day I wouldn't collaborate that much. I mean, like for instance, Free Cloud, the album that's kind of its essence of Perfect Stranger. I've written it in 2007. I did it all by myself, everything. And then, today, I would say that I mostly collaborate.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm better at certain things, and some other people better in other things. And then we do things together, and well, you know, it's like a band, you know, like it's pretty cool. I find it very, you know, it's very inspiring as well.
Yeah.
As working with live musicians, for instance, it's inspiring. You know, puts you in the groove, you know, because trance is very like making electronic music is like a lot of mouth, you know, a lot of, you know, not very interesting stuff like computers.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's live action, or there's another person in the studio that does something else and does it better, and then everyone does what it does better, and yeah.
And maybe that's what keeps the inspiration alive over the years, is now like collaboration.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely, yes.
So I have a fan question for you. They wanted to hear about, so they said that you're so present on the decks, very much what we're speaking about, how like you give off such good energy on the decks, and with being like on tours and flying all around the world to play at gigs, how do you like keep yourself connected and look after your mind and your body and during all the travel and the like grind of a tour that can happen?
Okay, that's I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again, if I'm in a family situation, I will definitely drink a glass of wine, it's fine. But I do not do any kind of hard liquor, very rarely.
Yeah.
Unless I'm in a very nice like space. Australia comes to mind. Australians know their cocktails, you know, like they're little fridges on the dance floor. Like it's like kind of, it's really hard to say no. But as a rule of thumb, in most cases I drink water. In my rider, it's water.
Yeah.
There is no, that's it. That's basically because I found that alcohol, as much as sometimes it's fun, it brings a lot of negative energy, and it really drains me out of connection to people and to myself, and ain't worth it, and like breaks your body eventually. So we don't need that. It saves money too.
So I was about to say that saves money.
Saves money too. So yeah.
Less time spent like, you know, going to the line to go to the bathroom or line to get a drink, like, you know.
Yeah, so many things that you need to do to pee or to whatever, to puke it.
Puke, to hold it. Like I find like one of the big things that stopped me from I don't drink really. I'm the same as you with the relationship with alcohol. And like, I don't hold a drink in my hand, so I can dance freely. So that's one of my major benefits to not drinking alcohol.
And it's really conserves your energy and because performing is a grind. It's true what you're saying. Like it's emotional roller coaster. Like I was lucky to realize it soon enough. And it's already, again, it was like some really shitty moment involved, and then it struck me that, well, they're gonna be drinking like that every gig I make, and I was playing quite a lot back in the day, and that will be problematic. And then the decision was very simple. But same was again with my, I used to smoke cigarettes, and I stopped it because, I mean, I figured that in doing me no good. It stinks. I mean, it really stinks.
It does. It doesn't smell very nice.
The smell of smoking tobacco at the real time, it's actually quite nice, but a moment later it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I figured it as a smoker, not as a... And today, if somebody asks me if I mind they be smoking in the car, I say, no problem, mate. You can do that, you know, I don't mind it. But I personally felt it's not a good thing for me. So what I would advise to folks that perform and they do the trips, like especially Australian, that they really travel distances. We have a lot of in common because I'm from California now, and I travel a lot. Everything I travel to is like 12 hours plus almost. Right? It's a lot to take in, even if you're young and like, hey, no problem, mate. But still, it's really tough, It's everything in this world that you feel that drains you. And it can be actually people as well. It's anything, you know, that they don't belong. And it's not in a bad way. We are like magnets. Some substances or some things or some people or some energies, they are like welcome. And some, they just immediately like, and they feel like a bit of the thing. And then it just doesn't belong. It's not good or bad. And it's fine because there are so many people and so many things and that's what's special, because everyone finds what makes good to what makes it wholesome. So I really strive to things that make wholesome.
That
I learned
juice
this
you
world.
up.
You know where I learned the word wholesome at?
Where?
So
Tell me.
So my first visit to Australia was, I was living in close to Bondi in Sydney with a bunch of friends. And they were the people that gifted me the synth later. Some of them, couple of them. And we worked in different places. And I was a waiter in an Italian restaurant in Queen Victoria building. I think it was Oxford Street, I don't remember even. Whatever. And there were like, on the weekends, there were wholesome Australian ladies coming in to have the tea. And I learned the word wholesome there. That way, it was 95 or 4 or something like that. So wholesome, and we like wholesome. Wholesome is good. It's good for us. And we need, I am embracing the wholesome, and I don't reject stuff that, but maybe
it sounds like
I kind of reject it, but it's not, because reject is negative. I just pass it. I just, you know, because I, like with a smile, But stuff that I don't need, I don't take in.
Oh, Yuli, you're speaking my language. I love that you just said all of that. Like, really, like, listeners, like, that is, it's simple. What drains us, we can just, you know, let go. It's not for us.
It's a 2-bit logic.
And then what juices us up, what feels wholesome, we bring more of that. We go towards more of that.
I mean, if I want to take it in, then I'll take it. But if less, then probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing those words. And, you know, you referred to the 97 being in Australia. Like, for those of you that don't know, you were a backpacker in Australia in the 90s.
Yes, in the 90s, mid of the 90s, I've been half a year in Sydney and half a year in Melbourne, with a break in between.
Yeah. So yeah, you've really seen like the country. Like, what do you remember? What was the highlight from that back in that time? Like,
it's actually connected to my mom, because I didn't mean to leave Melbourne, but when I came to my backpackers at one morning after something I'll tell, I just got a phone in the reception. It was amazing, random. I came in and there was a phone. It was my mom. I was tripping balls and she told me that she's sick with cancer again. And then 1 week later I was at home. But I came from a Simon Posford gig in a warehouse in Melbourne. Where he blew my mind to pieces. And it was time of I'm on fucking fire and LSD and all that, like his famous Twisted album.
Yeah.
And and as much as I did a lot of really cool things in Australia in that year, my most memorable moment was that it's connected to all the rest, and I can't forget it, because also the moment I landed, like just a little bit after, because I had to go to Tel Aviv to get the CD, I went to this place that was selling trance CDs in Tel Aviv, and I got his album. It's like the CD,
Cool.
Immediately,
Amazing. So I love that one of your core memories of Australia was a warehouse rave in Melbourne.
Well, I did it quite a lot, but specifically this one connected to like my sudden leave of like, because it was my heaven. Australia was a really place that I really liked to be, and I had to leave it, and again embraced it and went. Didn't think about it much. Nothing prepared me to the news, and the decisions were immediate, and like it just rolled from that on. But I did remember the moment, obviously.
Yeah, of course. And now we just keep getting you to come back to Australia to play gigs.
Oh well, I won't leave you guys.
No. You've got to keep your quota of smashed avocados.
They are known better than here.
Nothing. Yeah, we do them well. Brunch in Melbourne.
Yes.
To close up, like, do you have any goals or dreams for the future? You've already achieved so much, but I'm curious if there's something, music or not music related, by the way. Where do you see some dreams or goals of yours?
So I have a problem with planning.
Yeah.
It's every single. I'm serious. It's a thing. I might need some counseling about this, because when you ask me, like I'm just as it comes. I want to be happy. I want my daughter to be happy, my family to be happy, be good, do good. Try to, spread good energy and like this, and that's what we do, and as long as we can, and that's it. I'm happy.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing. It's like, you've got to this state of happiness, spreading this.
I mean, it's very satisfying to transmit this, and the point is that it really doesn't matter the amount of people that at that moment, and understanding that if you have 1,000 people, maybe 10 people just get it, the full dose of like with the intent, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many, but enough that there are 10 or 1. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I before and during the beginning of my endeavor in music, I was studying Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and herbal medicine. And after my college ended, I had 1 extra year with a really extraordinary healer. To those that know Chinese medicine, she is from stems and branches, which is like the old original a Chinese medicine that is more on constellations and stars and like really like woohoo things, you know, which is really really good. And when we finished the course, so it was 50 year, and like everyone basically like went on to be doctors.
Okay.
And then I told her, and I also like it was known that I told her like I made the choice and I'm gonna pursue my music. And then she told me that she's like she disappointed because she thinks that I can do a lot of healing, but she's actually happy that I chose that. She knew I'm a DJ because you can heal more people. It's like you can like you're doing the same with different tools, you know.
Yeah.
And so we all do that. Like all the musicians eventually, you know, create music, and something that world was created with music, right? Tolkien created his world with singing, right?
Yeah.
And in many mythological stories, the world was created with music. And music are essentially frequencies that vibrating, and it's all frequencies, right? We all frequencies, and so we just move it on, you know, and we move it on to people that listen to the music, and we experience it together again. It doesn't matter how many times I hear that music, it still does something to me, you know. And again, 1,000 people, 10 people, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a mission.
It's felt, It just makes me want to ask, like, you know, your track Manifestation, the lyrics, like the sample in it is so potent, like really like about like feeling and like being it to manifest it, like feeling the energy of what you're calling in. And I just feel like it's such a potent message, and it's actually something I'm actively working on more myself, is really feeling, being in doing the things that I really want to do.
It's because of my wife.
Your wife. So I was just so curious to hear where this came from, this track. So tell me.
It's coming from he's a channeling aliens.
Oh, yeah.
His name is Bashar.
Bashar.
Yeah. My wife listens to a lot of different podcasts, and you know, he was very much in the kitchen in around 2014. And there was like specific moment that I told her like, wait, can you reverse this, like with the clean? And then so it was that, yeah.
So obviously though, you heard it and you were like, ooh.
Well, I cannot really recall if it was me or was her, but I do remember that I was pursuing that specific moment that he was talking. But he's talking about that all the time.
Yeah.
Because there is another one. Oh man, my memories. Sometimes I have these black holes. It's a she that she's Abraham Hicks. She is Abraham Hicks. So there's a lot of Abraham. So there's another one called Broadcasting and Receiving. Yeah. And that's Abraham Hicks. Yeah. She's talking about. Yeah. But it's all, you know. They're all talking about the same thing. All the time. It's people sitting together, coming to their shows, asking them questions, and it comes down to the one simple thing. Same with Eckhart Tolle, same with all those philosophers and seers and visionaries and people that transmit aliens and whoever, like whatever. They're talking about the same thing, and that we were talking about. Like planning, no. Accepting what is, yes, and then they were talking about it. Yeah. Right here, right now.
Right here, be here now.
so it's yeah.
Yeah, the right here, right now we like as well. So, one final question to wrap it up. What is something you love about Aussie bushduff culture?
Oh, you're taking the piss of yourselves so well. It's like there's no second to that, and it's like it got me since the first moment I landed in Sydney, like I don't know, 30 years ago. it's still like the best. There's no rivals in that field. Like, it's just fun and games all the time.
Fun and games.
I really don't know how you do this, but you know what? It's being in the now all the time. It's being like playful creatures that we can be, you know?
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, cool. And the doof brings it out of us even more. We can be very weird.
Well. Very well, yeah.
Yay. Well, thank you so much for joining the Life of the Sacred Raver podcast. I hope the listeners have had a good time getting to know the human behind Perfect Stranger. And like, yeah, just big thank you to you.
Thank you, Jess. Like, it was really nice to talk to you. And thank you, Aussies, and all the rest of the people that are gonna watch this for listening.
That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode as much as I did recording it. And if you'd like to learn more about how to harness the transformative power of music and dance to heal, then check out www.sacredraving.com and follow us on Instagram @sacredraving. See you next time. Bye.